Previously on Follow the Leader.
We should also say that we are setting this in a school in an all-girls school called, what was it? Our Lady Guinevere. And so we're picturing, like, Princess Diaries style, like, Catholic school uniforms, and just general girls' school shenanigans. So that's our setting.
And we decided to sort of drop it back to sort of 2008-ish because we wanted cell phones, but not like super smartphones, like to keep that sort of teen movie vibe.
I might be able to know a way to at least fudge your hours a little bit if you do something for me in return.
I'm listening.
So, you know Jenny, right? I need something of hers that might have some stuff that she wrote in it in a very mean-spirited fashion after we broke up.
You want me to steal her diary?
To, you know, steal is such an ugly word.
This is just, like, a camera shot into, like, the teeny, dingy office, quote-unquote office, of the school newspaper. And it's, like, the fucking, like, the kind of, like, police detective, map of evidence on the wall with, like, red string connecting pictures of people, and you can, like, from the camera angle, you can't really tell what it's about or, like, what it's all leading to, but there's a lot of stuff, and it's just a close-up, the camera zooms in, and it's a close-up on Kuiper, like, circling something in red marker a bunch of times, like, at the center of this web, and her hand moves, and you see that it's just Jenny Tabuno's diary circled a bunch of times in red marker, and that's the scene.
We now return to your game already in progress.
Okay, is everybody back? Are we ready to start the tilt? Mm-hmm. Or to start Act 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Kales.
Oh boy. Oh, yep. It's my turn. Alright. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a confessional. To start off Act 2. It's, I think so. I think that this is, like, sort of like a diary entry. And, like, the voice... Yeah, it's definitely live journal.
Live journal.
And the, like, voiceover is, like, overlaid over, like, snapshots of, the Derby bout. To be... just for the sake of clarity, Meryl's team... I don't know if I already said, but Meryl's team, is a couple towns over. So it's like pretty easy that no one at the school knows that she's on this derby team. They're called the Eves of Destruction, and her derby name, which I know are usually puns, but this I couldn't pass up, is Melee McPain. I love my girl. So, like, overlaid with shots of the bout, which they win, but, like, she looks like a little distracted during it. She's the jammer, so she doesn't manage to get as many points as she usually does, and, like, overlaid with it, she's writing her live journal entry, and she's going, and you see her, like, looking into the stands, trying to see if she can see Max. and Kuiper, who said they were going to be there, and they're not there. And so she's kind of, like, her live journal entry is sort of like, I don't know why I'm so, like, sad that Max didn't show up. Like, it's not like she's entitled to. Like, it's not like anyone really knows that we're friends in school. It's not even like Kuiper would have agreed to drive her, but, you know, it was sort of, I don't know, I'm a little bummed out. Like, you know, I sort of wanted to talk to her after, and, like, I don't know. She always brings me coffee when I'm at the skate park. I was thinking maybe I could at least get her a hot dog or something. I don't know. And she's got the little like feeling confused on the bottom of the live journal entry. And she's got her little icon emoji that she has set up is like a green cat. So it's like a confused little green cat. And she's like writing this that night. Like, it's like the standard shot of her at her desk, and it's dark except for the desk lamp, and the window's open, and the breeze is coming in. You know, the usual teen movie bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That feels like it's a negative die for her.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm
I'm
sad
sorry.
now.
I'll mark it off.
It's Jade's idea!
This
I
is
mean,
the most
it's
teen
good.
drama bullshit that I've ever heard, so, like, we're doing a good job.
Yeah. Meryl
Yeah.
still doesn't
Yeah.
get it. Like, to
Oh,
be
wait, no,
clear.
it's one of those negative.
Oh my god.
It's not, and it's also, it's not like she doesn't know that she's gay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she knows.
Aw.
Yeah.
She just doesn't know that she's gay
Yeah,
for Max.
pretty
It's
much.
fine.
I'm trying to think if I want to resolve this or decide how it ends. Establish this or decide how it ends. We've still got to do the SAT results thing. Like, that's there.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie's just
So-
having a bad semester.
I don't know if we want to save illicit breaking into administration offices until, you know, a little bit further away from our last bit of crime.
It's all crime here. That's a thing.
It's all crime. It's crime all the way
Crime
down.
all the way up. Oh, or down.
Or both ways. That's
It's
it.
just
I
filled
feel
with
like
crime.
I feel like I would want to be able to save, like, some other plot stuff for, like, the last round of scenes. So if we want to do this now,
No, sure. I'm good either way. I'm
hell
I'm
yeah,
good
let's
either
do
way.
this.
Okay, how about this? So Max is on the roof of the school, and I feel like this is a Kuiper, like, coming to say, so hey, I know that stealing of the diary went, like, super great and all, but I kind of need you to get me into this place. So yeah, I feel like that's kind of the vibe.
Are they just, like,
of
up on
what's
the
about to
roof of
happen.
the school, like,
So-
smoking a joint again? Just, like, chilling?
Yes,
Cool.
they are. Just like there's some siding or like some wood paneling or like there's a couple of towels that have been stolen from somewhere. Oh no, it's a gym mat. Like that's been that somehow they got up there for
Right.
doing for
Do they just, like, keep it up there all the time?
yeah. There's like a little like maintenance shed up there, and like
Yeah.
it's covered in a
Perfect.
tarp so it doesn't get wet. You know, so yeah, like I think it's probably school is done for the day. And yeah, Max is avoiding going
Okay.
home for some reason,
Yeah.
and it's just
So I
Yeah.
imagine they've been, like, just, like, sitting there, like, relatively quiet for a while. And Kuiper just says, like,
yeah.
hey, so I need a favor.
Right, takes the joint.
It's okay, so
Shoot.
it's super funny. So Carrie fucking bombed her SATs, right? And I know.
Really,
Rude. Listen,
The-
I'm in distress here.
the Kestrel fucking bombed.
Yeah,
hilarious.
and she wants me to fix it.
Shit.
I am overcharging her so
Oh.
much for this. and she has no idea, and it's amazing. So it'll be like,
Yeah.
if you help me out with this, like, it'll honestly be a pretty good payout. I just need you to get me, just get me into the database room.
Oh. I think, like, taps into the joint. Man, that's... they've, like, upgraded the security system, right? Like, the cameras, like... I'm fairly certain at least 3 members of staff know that I have this key.
Listen, we got that diary, no problem. I feel like this is a much less risky heist than that one.
We spent, like, 2 hours in a
And
freaking closet. I had somewhere to be.
yeah, no, that's fair. I really need this. And, like, listen, I promise that, like, if this goes south, I won't bring you up. I won't bring you into this. You just need to get me in there. Please?
How much of a cut are you gonna give me?
I suddenly cannot remember, like, how much money is a lot of money.
Oh, that's a mood, though.
Give a percent. Give a percentage. Yeah.
We'll split it 70-30, but, like, even that 30 is, like, a lot. You know Carrie.
Yeah, that's the only...
35?
Well, yeah. 35, and you don't
Deal.
charge me for anything the rest
And
of
I
the
think
year.
that's the scene.
Deal.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, did folks decide whether that was positive or negative? Because we
I
established.
don't know. That feels kind of positive because Kuiper's getting what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep the dice, don't I? Because it's Act 2, because it was my scene.
Yes.
Okay. So I take
Oh, no,
the
you
positive
keep
dice,
it.
or can
You
I
keep
still
it.
give it away?
You keep it.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, which makes it my scene. Okay. I feel like we need to address whatever's in this diary.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe
Yeah.
it's Sol and Kuiper and Carrie, like, all sitting in... Or maybe it's just... You know what? No, Carrie's not even there yet. I think it's just Sol and Kuiper sitting in, like, the little school newspaper office, like, reading through the diary. Like... which means we do have to decide what is in the diary. That is so important.
I think it's not what Carrie was hoping for, because I think Carrie was maybe hoping for some dirt on Jenny, or maybe like just to keep quiet on anything Jenny had written about their relationship. But I think maybe it's deeper than that. Maybe Jenny was, like, secretly snooping on a bunch of the staff members of the school, or she has a bunch of dirt on, like, everybody.
Ooh.
It
Like
is
a
her
bad
little
book.
Mean Girl book.
Yeah.
Okay, what if it's a detailed plan about how she's going to ruin prom? Like, because like Carrie's in charge of prom, right? Like, this is like, if she ruins prom, she ruins Carrie's life for at least a little bit. And if this is a big revenge plot, I think it has to be that she's going to, like, fucking ruin prom forever.
Yes.
Spectacular
It's so
Spectacular.
bad,
act.
you know, it's the plan to ruin prom so badly that the school just cancels proms in general.
God, it's Is
All
it
proms
is it
ever.
in the movie Carrie that like she is crowned prom queen and then like is covered in blood? Isn't that
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh,
okay?
yeah,
That's
and it's
correct.
Carrie.
It's Carrie.
Oh no.
Maybe it's not blood though. Maybe it's something different. Maybe it's like salt water.
Oh my god,
or
because
algae,
because it
she
is
knew
under
she
the
was
sea.
gonna do
Like
under the
no one
sea.
can decide on a
It's
prom
seaweed.
theme, so it ends up just being under the sea.
Yes.
God.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so this scene is Kuiper and I feel I don't even know if we need to like play out this scene like in the details of the conversation, but I think we can just paint that picture of like those two sitting in that office and it's like kind of dim. And there are like papers scattered everywhere and they're just like paging through this diary and like on the pages are like detailed diagrams of like the school. I don't know, like where are they holding this prom? Like, is it in the school? I feel like it should be in the school.
Carrie would never stand for
That's
that.
cheap.
Okay.
I wouldn't. That's what happens when you let losers plan the school prom, okay?
Okay, fine, then where's the prom?
Dang.
I don't like so my senior prom was at this nice tea house type of thing. So it had like a really nice like seating area on the outside and then it had an extended garden. So I like this idea of like an indoor sort of like not necessarily like a Zen garden, but that sort of idea. And but it does have a walkway in the middle and then it does have two ponds
Okay.
on either side. I will say that much.
I was gonna say I was imagining like a big reflecting pool, so there's like the
Okay,
reflection
yeah.
of
So
water on the ceiling.
there are water
and-
Yeah.
fixtures. Is what you're good. Oh
Yes.
good.
Good.
So yeah,
I
so
will
there's
give you
like
guys that,
there are
yeah.
detailed
Ooh,
diagrams
yes,
of like
yes.
the pipe system for like the water that's in these water fixtures and like a bunch of scribbled notes about like some plot that we don't have the details to but like is very clearly a scheme. And so I think that's the whole scene unless Dora you want to add details.
No, I think that's a good scene as it stands. Like, although, like, actually, no, the detail I'm thinking because, like you said, papers scattered all around. There's got to be a cork board that we have stuff pinned to with some strings between them. Like, you know,
God. I love it.
Well, the existing like crime detective strings and paper map has been like pasted over with a bunch of new strings and paper
yes,
related to this. So it's just like an absolute mess.
yes.
Great. Good and great. Give me a dice.
That feels
Yeah.
for Kuiper. That feels positive. 'Cause it's like she's a journalist. Like you know, information has been uncovered.
Yes.
This is something she could hold over Kerry.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna be time for Carrie's confessional. And I think in the true MTV fashion, you know, I mean, obviously she's not on MTV, but it's that sort of setup, you know, confessional. And because she doesn't know that you guys got the journal, I don't think, or you guys, I don't even know what stage of what plan we're on right now, because they all circle back to Carrie. So yeah, I think it's like her sort of confessional is just, I think she knows better than to keep a diary for herself. But it's definitely like the voiceover that you would get, as she's like doing setup for prom or something like that. And, she is saying, she's like, you know, I know that none of these people like me, and it doesn't matter how much money you pay them, it's not going to be enough to make them like you any more or less. So I just wish that, like, the whole idea of the prom, it's our final year, and it would be nice just to have it go smoothly. It doesn't even have to go my way. It just would be nice to have it go smoothly and something I was a part of be coherent. And instead, I'm constantly looking over my shoulder, thinking that anything could happen. And, you know, Jenny's a piece of work, and she hasn't made this easy. And the fact that I had to rely on Sol and Kuiper is not making me feel better about any of these choices. But here we are. And all I can hope for is that it just... nothing too terrible happens.
Oi.
All right.
No, I feel like it's got a negative vibe to it, but also it's Carrie being positive. So
We only have 2 more negative scenes. Or it's 2 more positive scenes.
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah, we do.
it could be negative in that it's like Carrie not setting herself up for failure, but like setting herself up with the expectation that it's gonna be fine, and it's definitely not gonna be fine.
Yeah.
That's true.
Don't be mean to Carrie. Listen.
I'm mocking it. There we
Yeah,
go. Look at that end turn red. It's good.
Thanks. Just ruin prom for
I love ruining
everybody.
prom.
Why don't you?
Oh, poor Carrie.
Yeah, look at those X's lighting up. Though, you know, if you want a big number at the end, if it's negative
Yeah.
or positive. So, you know, actually, you might be fine.
Who knows?
It's the people who have, like, one of each maybe want to be nervous.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, soul scene.
I kind of want to how about I'll resolve so y'all can establish. The only thing I'm thinking of is like I kind of want a scene with Saul and Meryl because we haven't done that in a while, but otherwise I was thinking resolve.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was
gonna
either going to do it
suggest
for my
that.
scene if you didn't
I'm happy to
do
suggest
it,
it.
so we can do it now
Yeah, that sounds good.
if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Are we saying that this drug test happened after the derby bout?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to think timeline-wise, like we haven't resolved that yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think, I'm trying to think if it's funnier if Meryl, like, just comes into Saul's room, or if, like, Saul closes, her locker and Meryl is just standing there. But either way...
Oh my god.
Either way, Meryl is standing there,
Yep.
and she is holding a cup of pee.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so good.
This is so good.
I like it being in the school just because it's hilarious to me that they're in the school and Meryl's just holding that cup of pee.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't do it at home. What if the parents found out? Like,
I also just like I also like that trope of
And
slamming the locker
there's
door
Meryl
and there's
just
that person
standing
lurking
there.
yeah.
And she holds it out. She goes, "Don't say I never do things for you."
If you weren't holding that right now, I would be hugging you, but I don't
Yep.
want to risk it. I don't want to
Please.
risk wearing that.
Please. I don't either. You can give me an IOU.
I can do that. And Saul takes the pee and very carefully opens the locker and sets it back in the locker
Meryl
to
pulls
use for later.
Meryl pulls like a cup lid out of her back pocket.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh my god.
wasn't even
No, okay, so
wrong,
here's the
which-
thing. No. So here's the thing. I was
Oh,
originally
cup
thinking
of
that it was like a closed Tupperware container, but that line was too good to get rid of, so I just rolled with it.
Oh, that's yeah.
So I think Meryl has the lid.
I would be appreciative if I could give you an IOU on that one too.
Yeah. Yeah, that
And
would
so-
be for the best.
Yeah, so she puts the cup lid carefully on the pee that is currently in her locker because that's what her life has become, evidently.
Oh my god.
Spends 2 hours in a closet with Piper and Max and accepts a cup of pee from her stepsister. You know, like, it's high school,
Hey, listen.
man.
Yeah,
Listen, the closet was a positive experience for everyone.
yes.
Now I really have to send you
It
a
was a
prom
learning
back.
experience for everyone.
Alright, I think that's probably seen, like, that's gotta be. There's nowhere else that it can go.
Yeah, that's it. It's not clear if this is Meryl's
Cool.
pee.
Yeah, we don't even know.
Yeah, that doesn't need to be established.
Behind the scenes, she established
It's her
the
first.
pee
It's
trade ring.
dipping her toe into
the
being
pea
a
trade
criminal.
ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
No.
tipping her toe into
Speaking of-
pee.
Speaking of pee, I think that's probably positive because, yeah.
Okay, I need to let someone else establish this for me, because I was so sure that I was going to do that for my scene, and now I don't know what to do for my last scene.
I have to do a confessional for my last.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
So would you be up for doing
Yes.
Meryl and Max?
Yeah.
Give me my girls!
Give me my girl.
Okay. What do I want to? Okay, I have something supremely cute in mind. Okay, so you show up at the skate park,
Yeah.
and it's early, like you normally do. And when you arrive, somebody has chalked out some like brightly coloured arrows. And you like follow them around, and then you turn round to the back of one of the big skate ramps, and there is Max looking awkward as hell with coffee and donuts, and on the back of the skate ramp in spray paint is, "Do you want to go to prom with me?"
I'm dying. This
So
is the
am
cutest
I!
thing I've
I'm
ever
just
heard
like
in my
spinning
life.
around.
Like, as soon as you started, like, all right, so you're gonna get to the skate park. I'm like,
Crying.
Oh, and I think she's wearing a snapback, but it's like maybe a nicer shirt, and the shorts aren't ripped. It's like a little bit of effort has been made with the clothes,
Cute.
but she still looks like
I
her.
think Meryl just sort of like stops, like registers the words and just like stops. Maybe she falls. Maybe she like actually like sort of topples over.
Oh shit! Runs over. It's I did not mean
Yeah.
to make you fall over. You
yes.
okay?
Yeah. I've taken worse in bouts. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry that I wasn't at the bout the other week. I really wanted to be there, but something came up that I really couldn't get away from. There were so many places I would have rather been, and seeing you at Derby was like right at
okay.
right at the top of that list.
Max, it's okay.
It was Kuiper's fault.
Just gonna throw her right under the bus, aren't you? That was in character.
Just very distantly, it's just fuck off, Valera. Just on the wind.
I mean, yeah. I'm sorry. And I mean, prom is probably gonna fucking suck because Kerry's running things basically. But I figure it'd suck less if
I mean,
I was going with you.
yes. Oh my god. Okay. Suddenly a lot of things make sense. But yes.
Cool.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah,
I think that's just a
but I
very
think
awkward,
Meryl laughs
fumbly
at
kind
her.
of ending to that scene. So that's definitely a
Please.
positive for Meryl, right?
So
'Cause that-
positive.
Congrats, everybody. We're now on the negative slide down to the ending.
Well, I mean, yes. Oh no, how is your confessional gonna end up being negative?
How far after the scene between Max and Kuiper do we think this was? Where they talked about getting into
I don't
the admin
know.
office. Do you think it could have happened by now? Like it's pre-prom. Do we think
I
it's
think
that business is
yes.
done?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's not. Okay. The confessional is Max in the principal's office.
Oh no.
The head nun is
don't
there.
know.
That's how Catholic schools work, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, the principal is there.
Oh no.
Max's parents are there, and I think it's Max being questioned about people getting into school property that shouldn't be able to do so, and does she know anything about it? And she's a smart young woman, and if you just tell us what was going on, we know you don't want to ruin your record by something like this. Were you working with anybody? Did somebody put you up to this? And I think Max just stares back and doesn't say anything.
Okay.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just mark that off.
Well, I'm not sure what I want to have happen, and like since we can only have negative die going forward, I kind of want to talk.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have another scene with Soul, but I'm also open to just like what makes the most sense for the plot, considering we only have 3 scenes left.
Mm-hmm. Well, prom can be
Yeah.
Oh, that's
in
true.
our
Yeah.
Fallout, in our
Yeah.
finale.
I think it's better if prom is the aftermath.
Okay, yeah. I think okay, no, I know what this is. Okay. I feel like we can't make it out of this without having more gay shit, so
Thank God. Thank God.
uh-huh.
Good.
Gay shit.
No, not at all.
It's not nearly enough gay.
So I think like Kuiper finds Soul like under the bleachers again.
Mm-hmm.
And like ducks under there and like tosses her a fresh pack of whatever like kind of cigarettes she smokes. And it's just like, hey.
Saul just like takes a drag on the cigarette and says, "Hey, thanks."
Can I sit here?
It's a free country. What do you need?
For once, I don't actually need anything.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just... We both know that prom's gonna be a clusterfuck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering if you wanted to go watch the clusterfuck unfold, like, together?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the shit we saw in the diary, I think that's too good a show to pass up. I'll see what I can do about scrubbing up for you. We'll
Honestly, you look fine.
thanks, Jasco.
Mm-hmm.
And she offers a cigarette.
And I think that's probably, like, the camera, like, zooms out from there, and, like, that's that scene.
Okay, so, like, there's a way to make it gayer.
Uh-huh, okay, yeah, no, please.
If instead of
Always.
Negatively gay,
lighting the
though.
cigarette with a lighter,
Oh, yeah.
she lights
Oh
the
my
cigarette
God.
off her own cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Thank God.
There you go.
Good. How is it negative? Did somebody overhear this conversation? Like
Yes.
I'm talking about it being a clusterfuck or the diary?
Yes.
Carrie
Yes.
overhear
Carrie
it?
overhears this.
Ooh.
Because they probably
That works.
Professional, though.
yeah, because they probably like told her that they couldn't find the diary. Like they're not
Yes.
Oh.
like they not like
I'm
she
adding
never
this
got
negative
it.
to your side of the table.
Thank
This is
you.
Good.
Should we just like
The thing is-
automatically give Carrie that negative?
Well, yes.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it now. While I'm in there.
Might as well.
Have you got it?
I'm so proud that
I'm
you've made it to
surprised.
4
Listen,
negative
I'm
die.
aiming to get that negative 11, whatever that is.
Question is now, how do you follow up that reveal? You could go talk to somebody else. You could follow that scene directly after. You could plot your own revenge. Like
Oh, I know. I'm just like,
you have so many choices before prom.
I do, and she's not. She's the mean girl. She's not the one that will like barge right in and be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Because she's not confrontational. She's petty. So I mean, it could definitely. Shit.
I do have a tiny thought to pitch here, which is that the
Yes,
only
please.
character who hasn't been dragged into
I
this
know.
yet.
Oh,
I was just kind
no.
of like, I'm debating if she would go to Meryl, but also she's tired of owing favors to people at this point, especially when it turns out that, you know, it's like, wow, okay, sure, just do that to me. Great. Thanks, bitches.
Okay, so here's a
and-
suggestion. I have a suggestion then, which is that
Yeah.
she doesn't go to Meryl, but they just happen to like be in the same room while Carrie is
Oh,
complaining to herself.
she's probably like in a study room, in the library, and she's just like pacing in tight little lines.
Are they both
Ooh,
decorating?
working on
Wait,
decorating the gym.
are they both
That-
decorating
not the
for
gym.
We're
prom?
not going to the fucking gym.
Yes, I remembered.
Because also Meryl is a
Yeah.
senior day, so
That works. I like that
we
visual.
we could have recruited some of the theater. I was going to say all the theater gays.
I
The
mean,
theater kids.
it's a fair point.
It's a fair point.
There's a lot of overlap.
to help with the decorating, and so I mean, it could also be so I mean, like, they could be there. It could be like a few days before prom, and they're there setting up early, and Carrie's just like angrily, like, you know how you do it, like, yeah, okay, sure, fine, whatever, and you offer people all these things, and then they just kind of like fuck you over, and it's just like, wow, whatever, you know. Just like angry, like muttering to herself as she's just like tying streamers to something.
Meryl's just like, it looks like okay, okay.
What?
It
You clearly have
just-
something to say.
Yeah, it just looks like that streamer that's in your hand is just gonna rip from the grip that you have on it.
My apologies. And she, like, sets it down and tries to, like, fluff it just so it doesn't look all crinkled and like she's been, like, throttling it. She, because I had seen her, like, you know, probably, like, sitting on top of a ladder and just kind of, like, doing all of these in one go. And she, like, climbs down the ladder and goes, all right, my apologies. That was unbecoming of me. Where should we head next to set up the next set?
I think probably over by the fountain, because we're probably not going to want to do that later.
Sure. And she's been avoiding the fountain, and going, oh, that's what Jenny had been thinking. She knows Jenny well enough to be like, oh, that's what she was gonna do. And just demurely picks up her box of decorations and heads over, and it's just like, all right. So, I hear word that you're going to be going to prom. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. Not really planned, but yeah. That's sure happening. Meryl's like blushing a little bit.
That's good. I'm glad. I hope you guys enjoy it. Honestly. I mean it truthfully.
Yeah, I mean, it already looks like it's gonna be really, really good. Like, the decorations are really nice.
You know, you, of course, you and the rest of the theater kids are doing a lot of help. Thank you a lot for volunteering and giving us a hand with this.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, it looks really good for us to go in, especially since, you know, the theater program isn't super robust here. Have a little bit more experience.
Yeah, well, you guys certainly do have the right eye for when it comes to setting things up. I think it'll look splendid.
Yeah, I think it'll, do you want me to go up on the ladder? I really don't mind.
Oh, I mean, it's fine. I'm just... No, it's fine. I'll be okay up here. You can, I mean, you have the better eye. You can tell me where to hang it more appropriately.
Okay. Let me know if you change your mind.
All right. Gary's just like, oh, this is awkward.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but Meryl is nothing if not like a decent person. Yeah.
Yes. Gary's like, oh no, I hope it doesn't go bad for this poor innocent child.
Poor innocent child who's just gender is tired, you know, GPA is tired, everything is tired. Probably has a bout the day after prom.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay.
What makes the scene negative?
What's gonna make the scene negative? I'm incapable of making mean characters, it's fine.
I've got an idea. What if Carrie injures herself because she's so distracted?
Has to go to prom on crutches.
God.
Literally.
Now this just is Mean Girls.
I know. And I'm just kind of like, but at least she didn't get hit by a bus.
Mm-hmm.
A terrible wreck's gotta happen, you know.
Yeah. I mean, she might, like, she could just be overly distracted, or she sees something that was just like, oh no, and, like, falls off of...
Oh. Or, if a suggestion, maybe you two are so busy with your awkward negative, your awkward conversation that neither of you noticed Jenny sneaking into the building.
Bitch of an ex.
And heading through a maintenance door, preparing to do whatever she was going to do to the system. Because, spoiler, they never told Carrie what the plan was because it was in the diary.
No, I think she, like started putting ideas together, but, like, not the whole thing. I don't think she realized what an extent that Jenny would go through.
That bitch.
Just
Jenny
because
is...
I have the higher GPA and I got into the better school. Ugh.
I would like to suggest, just because there was a fountain that this happened to a lot near where I live, that she's carrying, like, industrial strength, like, laundry detergent and black ink.
Oh my goodness.
God. Oh my god. Yes.
Oh boy.
Because I want this to be a scary, messy prom regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Even if nothing happens, like, to Carrie style. Sorry, I pulled the tassel off of my pajama shorts.
Oh.
I was like, scary Carrie. No,
What if Carrie was the one who put the security deposit up personally for the venue?
Probably.
Oh
because
my
she just really
God.
wanted it to be here. Yeah.
It couldn't be at the gym.
It
I will
couldn't
front
be
the
at the
security
gym.
deposit
Yeah.
myself.
Yes.
All right.
So,
Last scene.
dice is
boy.
wild.
Oh,
so it could
boy.
go positively.
I mean, there's a part of me that wants to game the system and resolve. So I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna game the system and resolve.
Okay, let's see. Do we want it the day of prom or the
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like that morning
Yes.
getting ready, or since
Yes.
the aftermath will be at prom itself.
Or at least include prom, depending on... There's a lot of dice given out, so there's going to be detailed finales, like somebody's going to get lots of goes. So...
So I mean, it could be you and Kuiper getting ready, or whatever you guys want to do before actually heading to prom, pre-gaming prom.
Oh my god,
Oh my
yes.
god, wait. Yeah. No, is this like Kuiper's like holding a prom pregame?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Yeah. And like a good number of people are there. Maybe like she was the one whose parents were going to be out of town that weekend or something. So
Yes.
Oh my god. Soul snuck a bottle of like halfway decent liquor to bring to the pregame as like instead of a bouquet or a boutonniere.
yes.
Oh.
That's adorable and perfect.
Dig it?
It's touching in her own way.
Yeah. Yep. And
Is
so
it just the two of you? Or will other people be there?
I mean, would because Kuiper would invite Max. So if Max and Meryl want to be there, they can. But up to you whether they would go to this trashy pregame.
Oh, Max would totally be up for going. I have
I
other
guess-
stuff in my head for Max, but that can come out in the finale.
Yeah, I guess the question then is like, does Meryl go to this?
Meryl comes, but she doesn't drink.
Oh my god.
Oh, baby.
Oh, and this is not
Okay.
a party you want to be sober at.
No, it's really
well-
not, but it's okay.
No.
Important
She'll be
detail going into the pre-prom pre-game party. This is what Max is wearing.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Come on, Discord, the internet.
Roll.
God, this is the worst kind of suspense.
Extended drum roll.
Oh my
thank
god.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Fucking
For
good.
the listeners, it is a kind of suit with like a bunch of the button down shirts, buttons unbuttoned, and then one button of the jacket buttoned over it, and just like low riding trousers, and it's really good, y'all.
It's
that's
real
that's,
good, real gay.
That's Ellen Page, right? Is it?
Oh yes, yes.
It looks kind of like
This-
her. I don't know if it is.
No, it is Ellen Page. It's an old
Oh.
photo shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's when she's like
It's
really
Ellen
young.
Page.
No, this is like Juno era. Ellen Page.
Yeah.
nice.
Meryl's wearing like a high-low prom dress. Because that seems right. I think it's like mint green.
Oh, that's cute.
Aw.
Like sort of ruffly and like, you know, traditional, like not like super like out there, but like definitely like prom, like your actual prom dress sort of thing. A little poofy.
It's good. It's good is what it is.
It is.
What about Sol and Kuiper? What are they wearing?
I've currently done a Google image search for tuxedo with cutoff sleeves, and it's not giving me anything of worth. But
No, you failed us, Google Images.
I know where. Okay, maybe I'll just straight up Google it. Tuxedo cutoff sleeves.
Oh, try sleeveless tuxedo.
Oh, yeah, that would work. Here we go. Sleeveless tuxedo. It's just giving me a bunch of those t-shirts with the tuxedo printed on it.
That's
Oh
so
my
And
God.
I'm
disappointing.
honestly... No, but I'm honestly considering that.
Yes.
No, okay, here
She
we go.
would.
Here we go. No, I found it. Here we go. Give me a second. So yeah,
Yes.
it's a tuxedo with the sleeves cut off.
God.
That's
Yes.
awful.
It's the fucking worst.
But I mean, like, also, that is an option.
Oh my goodness. Is that what
That's-
Carrie's wearing?
No.
No,
this is...
obviously.
No, obviously. Please. It's gonna load. I have 2 pictures on there.
Oh, good.
Good. So both options are this option is just kind of strappy and then high in the front and low in the back.
V-neck A-line dress with a nice mermaid tail type of finish.
Oh, of
Nice.
course. Of course.
Of course.
I think Saul is wearing probably a button-down shirt, again with like the top 2 buttons unbuttoned, and a vest that's not buttoned, and
Is it a denim vest?
it's not the denim vest. It's not the denim vest. And then like the button-down shirt is only half tucked into a pair of decent trousers or decent slacks, and then probably just like plain black shoes. This is about as dressed up as she gets.
Sorry, I just remembered who Kuiper's face claim is, so I just went looking.
The black satin
Thank
lapel
you.
is only $22 for that jumpsuit, apparently.
Oh dang.
That's really cheap. Nice. There you go.
Yeah, so I think Saul is sitting with Kuiper, and just like maybe they're passing a drink between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing after this?
Was that in what was?
Yeah, that was in character. Yeah, that
Okay,
was in
I was
character.
So,
Sorry.
Han. Hey, Han.
was
What
like,
are you
what?
doing after this?
Hey,
No,
sorry, I was looking at pictures of Kristen Stewart. I didn't know we were launching into the scene. Okay. Oh my god, those pictures of Kristen Stewart are wild. What is that haircut? What is she doing? Why does she look like that? Okay.
Focus, Han, focus.
I'm focusing. But yeah, I honestly think Kuiper just like laughs and like takes another drink and is just like, I don't have any set plans. How about you?
well, I mean, after watching the train wreck, I'm probably gonna find somewhere else to keep the party going, but I meant after all this, and she just kind of like waves vaguely in front of her.
What's all this? And Kuiper like copies the hand wavy motion.
I mean, after we graduate, after we're done. You skipping town?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I should, but then you have to rebuild your networks, and that's a bitch and a half.
That's fair. Well,
You?
I got nowhere else to go. I might as well stick around.
Can see what happens.
Yeah, community college, all that shit.
Yeah.
You want to go see the shit show get started?
You know it.
And, I think that's scene.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Oh boy.
And
You
All
you
all
taking that
right.
as the Did you
I'm-
go positive with
I'm
that?
taking it as positive.
Rad.
I think they told Max, probably.
Yeah. They probably
Max was
told...
involved in getting the diary.
Yeah, they probably told Max about, the plans for the prom implosion. But they didn't tell Meryl, and Carrie only knows vaguely because of overhearing.
So,
Okay.
time for the tilt roll.
Great.
Aftermath roll.
So that just works the same way, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever your larger number of dice is deducted from your smaller number of dice.
Okay.
I'm gonna just do this separately and not make the computer do the math for me because I'm better at math. And computers confuse me.
Oh no!
Womp womp.
Oh, buddy.
Holy shit!
Yes!
Okay,
Carrie's
but-
making out of this like a fucking bandit.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh no, Meryl!
Oh, baby.
that everybody? Has Jade rolled?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Jade rolled a 3.
So I'm at a
Oh,
3.
I'm actually looking at the wrong fucking thing. Okay, hold on.
How?
You want,
okay, remind me also.
You want
how...
a high number. You want a high number.
Yeah, you want
You
a high
do.
number.
And
I was almost
remind me,
safe.
so
I was almost safe.
Okay, let's.
if it's a negative number, it's a black die, or if it's a positive number, it's white. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So So what does everyone want to say what they got, and then describe it off the soft tilt, like just the first description of it, and then we start describing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And however many dice you have, that's how many beats your finale gets to have. So I have. Okay, but so Kales, Meryl.
Great.
what was your
So I have
total?
I have a white 2.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy, which is degrading. I've got some ideas, maybe. It's okay. Should I don't want to do the whole summary for.
Did you want to read what the tilt table says?
I could read it. The aftermath table.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, so white 2
Sorry,
degrading. You are the poster child for humiliation and disgrace. Nobody loves you, nobody even likes you. Your reputation, such as it is, precedes you, and you are a broken person. How could you do what you did? If I hadn't rolled a 6 on that fucking black die,
Buddy.
Oh.
it's gonna
Okay.
work out. I have some thoughts.
Okay,
I want her to still be gay. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, for Max, white 3, shameful. You are the toast of the town. If by toast you mean laughing stock, and by town you mean entire fucking world.
Okay. I have a white 1. Astonishing.
Oh no.
People didn't think it was even possible to be as reviled as you are, but you proved them wrong. You'll wear the world's contempt for the rest of your life. Are you in jail, protective custody, or disguise? Probably. Is your life and the lives of those you cared most about completely ruined? Definitely.
So I got black 14.
Oh my god.
So listen, Carrie doesn't
I
barge
fucking
in.
hate Carrie.
She's petty and
I hate this.
vindictive.
Read it,
So black
read it.
11 plus, mystical. There's a photo of you in the dictionary next to the entry for lucky bastard. You have it all: success, an excellent reputation, love, friends, security, you name it. All that, and probably a jet ski too.
Dang.
Oh my god.
Dang. And Soul?
I rolled a 12, a white 12, so
Damn
white
it.
11 plus. Astonishing. You are transformed by luck, grace, and your own innate coolness. If there's romance afoot, you are sealing the deal. If there's something you wanted, you're totally going to get it.
Oh my
Dang.
god.
Fucking Fiasco,
This is
man.
very good. I'd like
I
to point
love
out,
this game.
is anyone else glad we went for the soft aftermath this time
Oh my
rather
God,
than
yeah.
the
Yeah.
We'd all be fucking dead.
No, I'd be making out of it like a fucking bandit once again.
Yeah, but also, the rest
also
of us
the
would be
rest of you.
fucking dead.
I will actually look that up afterwards just to see what it would have been.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm on it
So-
right now, and it's not great.
No, I got like a decent score for Davy last time, but it was awful. I mean, I think I
Yeah.
got like a 3 or something. Did not go well for that poor boy.
No.
Anyway,
So, the aftermath. Everyone gets like a sentence or two for each dice they have. So, who has the most dice? Because I have 4.
I think
Carrie has.
Carrie does.
I have the most dice.
Doesn't the person with the most dice start the aftermath then? Is that how
That
that
makes sense.
works?
Sure.
Yeah.
Am I just, yeah, we're doing it, so we're doing it like per dice. So obviously she's there setting up prom early from the get-go, and I don't know, you see her like working her goddamn ass off because this prom is going to be perfect. And guess what? this prom is going to go exactly the way that she wants it to. So she gets there early and she starts setting up.
Okay. Who has the next highest number of die?
I think we should just go in turn order after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Sol.
So I think Sol arrives at prom dressed decent enough to get in because, you know, there's dress code rules and stuff. And
There is.
actually, I think Sol takes some of the leftover booze and spikes the punch. And sits, you know, steps back to watch the entertainment.
Oh no. Yep. Yeah, Meryl's gonna drink that spiked punch. It's fine. We're gonna discover that Meryl is a bit of a lightweight. Just a little bit. She's also like a baby who's never had alcohol before, so it's okay.
Oh shit.
But she shows up with Max, I presume, and they're gonna have some punch, and it's gonna go fine.
As Max enters with Meryl, one of the chaperones clocks her and disappears into a back room to make a phone call.
Oof. Oh.
Yeah, no, that's perfect for what I was setting up. Good. Yeah, so I think it's during, like, the fucking, like, climactic prom romantic slow dance that you hear distant police sirens, and then through the windows of, like, the room that they're in, you can see, like, the blue and red flashing lights.
Reflecting off the reflecting pools.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And we all know who they're here for.
Yep.
Carrie.
It's back to Carrie.
Oh, yeah. So a little bit before prom starts, she's in the back making a few phone calls. She's got enough evidence. She knows where to find the rest of it. So, hey, guess what? You don't double cross her. So she definitely makes sure that she knows how and when to plan it. She, you know, her dad probably has some friends within, like, the upper police echelon or whatever, you know, and so she's gonna call in a few favors because everyone loves sweet little Carrie. And yeah, so she made those phone calls, obvi, and so, like, you know, it cuts back to, like, the actual prom. And I mean, on one hand, she doesn't have a date, but on the other hand, she is, you know, watching a few other cops roll in and, like, come in, and, like, the music stops and the lights turn on and everyone's just like, what's going on? And she's just, like, standing over there looking smug as all fuck.
So I think before the cops get there, Sol is able to ditch the empty bottle of booze, like, actually wipes it down so there are no fingerprints on it before dumping it, just in case. And then takes Kuiper by the hand and tries to drag Kuiper away to some place that is less likely to derive the notice of the cops.
Meryl.
It's tricky because I don't think that Meryl has done... now I'm trying to figure out how to rectify this, because I don't think Meryl has done anything really that would get her in trouble with the cops. I think it's just, like, dealing with what happens to Max.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think Carrie knew you were coming with Max. And so she didn't exact all of this revenge with the intention of hurting you, but, you know, that's Fiasco.
Yeah, I think it's just like consequences of what's going to happen with Max and Kuiper that's going to get Meryl sort of in a shameful place. So
is it something where like the college that Meryl got into, like, quietly drops her offer of acceptance.
Probably. I don't think she necessarily, like, knows, though, because she wouldn't have gotten any of her acceptances till May.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely think that could be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna,
Yeah,
but in terms
these
of what
can be
happens
more...
at prom,
Yeah.
I just want to move it down the line to what happens with Max and Kuiper.
Okay, so to tie in nicely to because you got degrading, right?
Yeah.
I think that Max and Meryl are slow dancing as the Blues and Twos show up, as we call them here, charmingly. And I think that as the lights come on, you just see the camera doesn't hear anything, but just sees Max saying something quietly to a probably quite drunk Meryl.
Yeah.
And I think what happens is the cops rush in and pull the two of them apart. And Max is going to get bundled off into a police car.
Oh, lovely.
And I don't know, maybe in the process of something, because you got degrading, that's when, you know, falling into a pond of reflecting pool happens. Or I can't speak for what happens to Meryl, but like the stunning moment of that happening.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just because it said degrading, and you're wearing a mint green dress, so like ink-stained bubbles in a reflecting pool is not going to be a great combo.
Yeah, no. It's not good.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, and just to make it worse, because it is shameful, I think, no, I was going to say, I think Max punches a cop. I don't think she's that stupid. But she definitely stamps on a foot, actually, and something maybe cracks, because she's still wearing her steel toe cap boots
Oh my
Good.
god.
with her tuxedo.
God.
Like, she just kicks out or something, and then something cracks. Oh, it's because somebody goes to touch Meryl.
Oh.
Oh.
And she's like, you don't touch her. And kicks out, and yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So I think here's okay. The police show up and grab Max, and instead of doing the righteous and noble thing, Kuiper kisses Soul once and then fucking takes off and skips town.
Yes!
She's
Good.
gone. And I think why she becomes sort of reviled in this town is that someone, we don't know who, but someone spreads the rumor that she was the one who ruined prom.
Yeah.
And like,
Good.
and that's why she left.
God. I like how Carrie's like, I want prom to go perfectly. I'm gonna fucking ruin it. Listen, if anyone's gonna ruin prom, it's gonna be at her own hands. So yeah, and like obviously after this point, would you say that like her grades, her SAT scores had already been adjusted? And
yeah.
so, you know, she's got that smoothed over, and she's I don't know, there's just so many dice left. I got so many dice left, you guys. She you know, it's like, I think by this point it's like a little bit after prom, and she's probably giving like a very like teary recounting of what had happened, and everything had I just wanted it to go perfectly, and like all these kids just came in because they thought that they just wanted to show me up, you know, and, you know, obviously paints herself as the ultimate victim here. And, you know, it's on the local paper, about like the school's prom being like ruined by some ne'er-do-wells. And, you know, she's crying beautifully there on the cover, and like, you know, she's already, she's, I don't know at this point. She's doing, you just kind of like see her like folding up the newspaper, setting it down, looking very smug and happy with herself, and, you know, enjoying her Sunday high tea or whatever rich people do. I don't know. And just
God.
like, yep, this is perfect.
I fucking hate her.
I know,
so
me
much.
too. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. It's great.
God. Trying to figure out what Sol would do. I know what I'm doing for my last die, but I'm trying to figure out. Do y'all mind if I skip a bit ahead in
Go
the
for it.
time? So,
Please do.
So like this is after graduation.
I think we need to. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is graduation. Sol graduates, not with honors or anything, but enough to get into community college, and, you know, she decides to go ahead and clean up her act a little bit. She quits smoking, and does decently at community college and can get into a 4-year college after she's finished her associates.
Yeah, so I think the thing that ends up happening is that because of, like, all this nonsense that went down, like, because Meryl doesn't get accepted to the schools that she wanted to go to, she just goes, okay, fine, I'm not going to go to college, I don't care, like, whatever, and she just, like, gives it all up. And yeah, okay, I do think that this is where, like, I don't necessarily think that she's not the kind of person who's going to, like, be ashamed of what happened at prom. Like, that's just not in her personality. So this is a little tricky for me, because, like, it's not, like, she's a poster child for humiliation and disgrace, but she's, like, taking it in stride, almost. And she's kind of like, well, if, you know, people are gonna, if I have this reputation now, I'm gonna live up to it. And this is sort of when she kind of goes, maybe I should turn to crime.
It's incredible.
Quickly.
Oh my
It
gosh,
escalated
so
really quickly, but
The damage is done.
the step siblings switched, so Sol is now the one who's, like, trying to go the straight and narrow.
yep. And
God.
Meryl's the one who's like, I'm gonna go be a fucking jewel thief.
Incredible. Okay, Jade.
I think the camera shows Max in oh wait, she's 18. She'd be tried as an adult. So I think it is Max in prison, being visited by her folks, who are just crying. Because, like, and yeah, like, you've brought shame on our family. You were supposed to be better than this. You were supposed to go to university. You were supposed to become an engineer. You were supposed to do right by us, and instead... And the mother just breaks down, and the dad just looks super pissed off. I think just Max is there, just stone-faced, not giving anything away, just with a sort of a grim set to her jaw.
Yeah, I think the last we see of Kuiper is that, like, she has, you know, she's bailed on this front and, like, can basically never go back to this hometown because she did a lot of crime there, and also everyone hates her. So I think it's just, like, a shot of her, like, having set up in a new town and, like, working a day job and just, like, I don't think she has many friends at all, and just, like, living out her life in an incredibly unfulfilling way, and that's it.
Twist the knife further, Mab. How good is it for Carrie?
Well, I mean, obviously she graduates valedictorian, gives a lovely moving speech at the commencement ceremony, and, you know, everyone just, like, parents who don't know were just like, wow, I wish my kid could be her. And she, you know, gets she got early acceptance into a really good school. It's not necessarily like, you know, Ivy League or anything like that, but it's a pretty good school, and she's doing definitely very well for herself, and is you know, she does decently in all of her classes. You know, I was going to say has a few girlfriends, but that also just made it sound like she has a few at the same time, which she might. Who knows? She's popular, and everyone wants to be her. It's college. Definitely, you know, heads up her sorority by the end, and all that jazz. And, like, the story of that disastrous prom, like, sort of follows her, because it's just one of those things where she posted about it on her MySpace, and then, like, everyone, like, and then, like, it just kind of became, like, a little news legend that just sort of followed her. She's like, oh, yeah, that was me, and everyone's just like, oh, it must have been so difficult for you, and she's like, oh, it was so awful, and she's like, but, you know, I learned a valuable lesson, and that, you know, some people just will betray you no matter how much faith you put in them. And she's like, oh, it's so disappointing. Dramatics everywhere.
Thanks. I hate it.
I hate it.
I hate this so much.
Yeah, I'm mad.
This is die 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I went too far. Oh my god,
Okay.
I have so many left. Ugh.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing with my last one, so I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so I think maybe Soul goes to.
Oh no, this is die 4 for y'all.
Oh, this is die 4?
Oh yeah, because I started.
Oh,
Yeah,
good,
the fourth
good,
one.
good.
This is your
So
last
this is your
Okay.
last one.
Okay, perfect. So I think Soul decides to go to a college that's out of town, like she does well enough at the community college that she can get into a pretty good college elsewhere, and because my outcome says that the romance, I get what I want, she ends up in the town that Kuiper settled in, and so I think that they run into each other, and you know, they're so different now, but I think Saul, like, still remembers fondly the time that she spent with Kuiper, and so she invites Kuiper out to dinner. And that's the closing scene on how she dealt with after prom.
There's
Thank God.
one nice thing in Kuiper's life. I'm so glad.
Thank
This
God.
is the second time for you, Han, that, like, you've maybe got a slightly shittier ending, but your love interest got a
I
good
know,
ending
I
and
was
comes up
Right,
with you
yeah.
again.
Yep.
Such is the power of Han's big dick energy when it comes to these characters.
Please keep that on the podcast.
Yes.
Okay, this is my last die for Max, and I think this is a few years down the line. She's in, like, late 20s, early 30s, and you hear she's working at a shitty garage, like fixing cars, because that's the only place she can get hired. She definitely left the same town, just went further away, and you see her, like, pull her out from under a car, and she's wearing kind of a brace on one leg, gets up, is using mobility aid, because this is an important part for me for Max, because I maintain that across all the universes. And you see her go to a diner alone. She eats alone, has like a beer with her meal, and then you see her go to, like, a really tatty looking gym and gets a seat on one of the bleachers that start to fill up, and she's watching a roller derby match.
Oh,
Just sad and alone and watching roller derby.
Oh no. So Carrie's last dice is just she, let's see, you know, graduates really well from her college. Goes, I think she is probably going to be like a lawyer of some kind. I don't know what kind, but you know, petty revenge tactics speak well to her. And being a petty human being is, you know, right up her alley. And so, you know, definitely being probably at the very end, you know, she's able to like start her own firm and deals with very like high priority clients. And she's like, you know, in this case she becomes like Tahani from The Good Place, and she knows all these famous people, and it was me and my friend Brad Pitt were hanging out at our other friend Beyonce's house, and we were like talking about all these things, you know, and like dumb shit like that.
God, I hate
But
Carrie.
she is living her best life so much.
Oh, Mab, you
Jesus
have to play
Christ.
Carrie again so we can like make her life miserable. Like this cannot stand going forward.
Listen, I just want her to be a mean girl, but then get a girlfriend and be happy. One day, she'll, you know, one day, she won't just be pure mean girl, but the dice dictated that she was pure mean girl this time around.
The other thing
Right.
I think is that, like, having, like, one preppy mean girl with, like, 3 criminals and a nerd, like, did not serve well because, like, her only, like, kick the dog or pet the dog scene was with Meryl.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only time we get to see her being, like, decent.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
I feel like she was maybe just being self-pitying, to be honest.
Yeah. Hey, do we wanna finish out the recording and then debrief?
Yes.
When we're
Yes.
not recording?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, that was Fiasco. Thank you for thank you for joining us on this roller coaster of a game. My name is Han. You can find me. You can
It's
find
roller
me on
derby.
Twitter. Yeah.
Sorry.
Incredible. No, that's perfect. This roller
good.
derby of a game. My name is Han. You can find me on Twitter at Mercutios, and you can find the show at FTLcast. Joining me today.
I'm still Kales. You can find me on Twitter at Citadel of Swords.
I'm Jade. Find me at Jade Oxford Rose on the Twitter space.
I'm Mab. You can find me at Little Lady Mab on Twitter.
And I've been Dora. You can find me on Twitter at Harpy Dora.
Great. Thanks for listening, everyone. And we're going to clap.
Yep.
So let me put that here.